This video is a continuation from where we left off in our last video, and we're going to get more deeper with the functions in PHP. Now we're going to write another function with 3 arguments, but before we do that, let me quickly do something for us to see. Now I'm going to assign a variable, let's say name, okay, and let's say the name is Thomas Okeysin. Okay, now let's call on the function say hello again, say hello too, and then use the name variable instead of something else, and let's see what we're going to get. Now let me quickly echo a BR tag there, so we'll refresh that now. Okay, now you see hello Thomas. Okay, so now the variable that we assign here is now in charge of the name and is standing for the variable word that we defined in the function. Okay, that makes sense. So now we're going to write another function with 3 variables. Now let's call this function greeting, and we'll put 3 variables there. Now let's say the variable is first and second and third. Let's input some statements. Now the statement will be to echo, we want it to echo the first word. Now let's do it this way. So I'll save the stress of appending. So I want it to echo first, second, and then third with a capital T. Then we are going to call on the function. Now say greeting. So the first one will be good, second one will be morning. Now let's leave this at 2 arguments and see what's going to happen. Now we'll go back and refresh. Now you see an error, say missing argument 3 for greeting. Okay, now that means the whole argument for the function must be passed into the function while calling on the function. Okay, so that means we need to call on the 3rd argument, Thomas Okeysin, and then I'll close that. Now let's save and refresh, and you discover that our function comes out normal. Okay, now you can call in a variable into a function while calling on the function, but you cannot use a variable assigned in a function outside the function. Okay, now there are 2 different things. The variable outside a function can be used while calling on the function, but the variable used inside the function cannot be used outside the function. We're going to look at that in a later video, but for now there's something else I want us to talk about, and we're going to try that by writing another function, and this will be our last function for this video. So our function name will be addition, and we're going to need 2 variables. We're going to need value 1 and we're going to need value 2. Okay, we'll close that. Our statement will be in this format. Okay, now we're going to use the return function instead of the echo this time, and we're going to return value 1 plus val 2. Close that. Now when we call on the function, say addition, and we input our arguments, let's say this is 3 and 6. Now let's see what is going to happen. Let's echo a BR tag quickly here. Now let's refresh that and see. Now you discover that nothing comes out. Okay, nothing came out at all in the browser. So what happened now, you might want to ask. Now what we did was, while writing the function, or I defined the function rather, we used the return function, okay, instead of the echo. Now when you use the echo when calling on the function, it echoes out the result in the statement, okay, but here you return the value, okay, you return the result. What the return function does is it gets the value and holds it but doesn't echo it out to the browser, okay. It holds the result, it does the mathematics, holds the result, and then it keeps it to itself until you ask it to do what? To echo it, okay. So in this case, if we say echo and save that, now let's refresh and see. You're going to get 3 plus 6, okay, even though our argument wasn't done correctly. To do that correctly, you're going to remove this, and then you refresh that and you get 9, okay. So that is what the return function does. Now it gets the value and keeps it until you echo it out to the browser. We'll talk more about that in our next video.